sorry, normal entries, right? And last program is, yeah. So these are your programs, okay? Addition, of course, addition of matrices. Okay, of matrices, right? That is done, right? Subtraction, these are all done. Normal entries, you have to find whether a given matrix is symmetric or not. 4, 8, 9 are left. Good. 4, 8, 9 are left. Okay, fine. Today, now we'll start with matrix multiplication, and then and then okay, and then we'll get into what 8, 9. Okay, right. Thereby your programs or your matrix multiplication will be what done over. Okay, okay, fine. So matrix multiplication, you already know. What is the logic behind matrix multiplication? Did ma'am present an idea of matrix multiplication, or not at all discussed? I am not accessible, not at all discussed, or like identity completed. Okay, matrix multiplication is the idea given.
No, sir.
No, fine. Okay, from beginning. So right. So when you say matrix multiplication, okay, it does look like a more like a maths class than a PPS class. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just like for example, if I say 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, how do you matrix? Okay, so point number 1, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, and this is also what a 2 by 2 matrix. General idea of what matrix multiplication, and then we'll get into how do you write, how do you actually program that particular, write a program for what matrix multiplication. If I have a 2 by 2 matrix and a 2 by 2 matrix, the outcome obviously will be what a 2 by 2 matrix, right? So right, what is the constraint that if for a matrix multiplication to be carried out? So this is R1, right? The number of rows, and this is what C1, and this is what R1 and what, sorry, R2 and what C2, right? So what is the condition for matrix multiplication?
The number of rows should be equal to the number of columns.
Number of columns
So
of
C1
C1 equal to
has
R2.
to be equal to what? R2. C1 has to be equal to what? R2, right? C1 has to be equal to R2. And if you have an n by n matrices, what is the total what is the resultant matrix? It will be R1 cross C2 matrix. Am I right? Veeraya Palnago. Am I right? Yes. Okay. R1 cross C2. So now, how do you multiply actually? Okay. If you have, okay, right. Okay. So that is what your general terms. How would you multiply? Okay. If you want to identify this matrix, this element, it is what 0, 0, and this is what 0, 1, and this is what 1, 0, and this is what 1, 1, and this is what again 0, 0. Okay. Matrix A and what matrix B. Okay. Matrix A and what matrix B, 0, 1. Okay. And what this is what 1, 0, and what 1, 1. How would you multiply, ma? How would you multiply?
The first row with the first column, that is 0, 0 into 0,
Yeah,
0
it is what
plus 0, 1 into 1, 0.
Very good. A 0, 0 into, okay, B 0, 0, okay, B 0, 0 plus, okay, A 0, 1, A 0, 1 into B10, okay, right? And this one will be, okay, A10 into, okay, B00 B00 plus, okay, yeah, what is that? A11, okay, into B10. Okay, right. The other things you already know. I need not tell you. You're very good than me in matrices because you have the subject of maths. Observe the point here. Okay, the other one you already know. This one will be multiplied with this one, and this one will be multiplied with this one. That and all we need not discuss. Now, what is your observance here? Just take this particular okay individually, and they take this one individually, and take this one individually, and take this one individually. What is your observance here? If you know that observance, then only you can write a C program. What is your observance? Take into consideration your ith value and jth value. Okay, ith value and jth values of both A and B matrices. What is your observance? In all the four, what is the same thing? In all the four, what is the same thing? Put in your mind the values of ij, the values of ij, and also of matrices A and B. What is your observe? What is the same thing that you observe with respect to your ith value and jth value? You have done n number of problems, right, in mathematics. The same here, but here index is starting with what? 0 0. Index is starting with what? 0 0. What is your observance? Anybody in the class? ట్రై కూడా చేయట్లేదు. దట్స్ వాట్ యా B00 and B10. Did I write something wrong here? Is it? It is right, right. Yeah. The J value increased by 1, I value will be increased by 1. Any other answers? Any other answers? See, observe here when you are multiplying, I'll tell you the answer. Observe here, the common thing in all the multiplications that you're making here is, okay, the row column, row column, yeah, the ith, the jth value of A and ith value of B should be the same. Yes or no? Just open. I'm not able to see the chat box. Please. Oh, sorry. Yes or no? Yeah. So that is what the major difference is. Okay. So right, ith value, okay, of A, sorry, jth value of A and ith value of B should remain the same. Okay, should remain the same. So is that possible if I take only I and J values? No, if I take only I and J loops, can that be achieved? Yeah, someone has already given the answer. Can that be achieved? A of ij equals to A of ij into B of j plus A of j plus 1 into B of ij plus 1 into B of I plus 1 into j. Will that work, Bhanu? For everything. We should take two other variables for the B array. You're almost nearer, Ritika. You're almost nearer. Banu, will that really work? A of I j plus 1. I don't think so. Yeah, any other answers? Our motto is to keep the ith value of the jth value of A and ith value of B the same while performing the matrix multiplication. If you say, like, the same thing, see, observe here, these two are same here, these two are same, these two are same, and these two are what, same. Okay, so that is what our motto is to keep the jth value of A and ith value of B the same. Okay, so how can you resolve that one? I'll just say skip. Any other answers? I'm looking out. I'm just waiting for the answers. A of 0, 2. Excellent. Okay. So what is the shortcut method? We have to take another value of k. Okay. A of ik into B of kj. 3 loops. Very good. I, j, k. The answer is coming out in the chat box. Great. Okay, 3 loops, I, j, k will work out. That is why we have to take the third loop. I know you have sorted out this one over the internet, but fine. Okay, I got the answer. Very good. The reason behind for us to take a third loop in matrix multiplication is, okay, to by the motto. Okay, we have to keep the motto. Our motto used to keep the jth value of A and ith value of B the same. That is why 3 loops are needed for matrix multiplication. Okay, while we discussed about addition of matrices and subtraction of matrices, how many loops did we use for performing addition and subtraction? Very good. 2. Okay, right. 2. Good. Okay, 2 loops are needed. But when it comes to matrix multiplication, it won't be sufficient. Okay, if you take only two loops, ith and j, only 2 loops, ith and j, that's not going to work out. That's not going to work out. Okay, so that is the reason what we are going to do. We are going to use the third loop. Okay, just to keep the jth value. I'm again repeating it again and again, just to keep the just to keep the jth value of A and the ith value of B the same. Okay. Yeah, she already got it. Okay, A of I j plus B of Ki plus you have complicated little bit, ma, Ritika. It's not that needed. Okay, so we'll get to the logic. Yeah, I hope I got. I knew that you have already got that particular logic. Thus, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the answers in the chat box. That's very good. Okay, control N now. So what would be I've already executed this program. Okay, okay. So what we have to do, what are the declarations that we have? These are the declarations. Take I, J, R1, C1, R2, C2, enter the value of R1, C1. We are going to scan the values of R1, C1. Why? Because matrix multiplication, when you're talking about matrix multiplication, okay, matrix multiplication, you need to first to know the order of matrix A, and you have to know the order of matrix B. Okay, that is why we are scanning the values of what, R1, C1 and R2 and C2. Okay, this loop you already know. Okay, we need to we are reading the elements of A. Okay, you are reading the elements into what, A. This logic you already know. Okay, same wise, for I equals to 0, R2 to C2. Okay, I R2 J less than C2, you're going to read the elements into what? Array B also. Okay, this logic you already know. Okay, R1, R2. Just I'm clearing again. R1, C1 is going to read the order of matrix A. Okay, R2 and C2 is going to read the order of what? Matrix B. Simple, so simple. Right now, this is what the logic for your matrix multiplication. Okay, as we have already discussed why this particular third loop will be coming into picture. We have already discussed why this particular third loop will be coming into picture, wherein okay, C of ij equals to C of ij plus A of ik into B of kj, right? To keep the same, again repeating, jth value of A and the ith value of B should be the same. That is why we are taking another loop where it will be useful for us to keep that two values, jth value of I, jth value of A and ith value of what B, the same the third loop. And this sum has to be initialized to 0 every time. Why? Because we already know once this is done, right? Once this particular thing is done, the sum next for the next value, next row, you have to calculate it again. So if you don't put that particular C of ij equals to 0 again, what happens? First, for example, if this particular value is what, say 11, 11 will be added to the next result. So that is why after completion of your, just before you start your kth loop, the sum has to be initialized to what? 0 again. Okay, right? And after that one, you're going to print out. And after that one, you're going to print out, right? So any doubt in this one, you're welcome to ask. Banu, please try with your own logic. This is the this is the simple logic that we have. Please try and let me know whether you have achieved that particular program by using your own logic.
లేదు సార్ ట్రై చేశారు రాలేదు
రాలేదు. Very good. Okay. Yeah, just by seeing that one, I got it, but I was not completely sure regarding that one. Okay, right. Okay. Any doubt regarding this one? Any doubt regarding this one? Yeah, I'll just go and execute. Okay. Execute. Go and execute. Okay, enter the values of R1, C1. Okay, 3 by 3 matrix will be there. Okay, and R2, say 3 by 1. Okay, enter the elements what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and what? 9. Okay, B0, 0. I will just enter. So 10, 11, 12. Oh, sorry, you got the output. Of course, you got the output. Okay, I'll execute once again. Say 2 by 2 matrix, and this is also 2 by 2 matrix. 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is what you got your answer. Okay, can someone take a screenshot of this one, ma? I'll just 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, please take a screenshot and send me in the group. Done? Done? Please acknowledge whether you have done or not.
Yes, sir, done.
Yeah, thank you. Now the problem is, what if I'm just continuing that one. Problem is, if I don't give a value, okay, like no, I just want my program to terminate. I want my program to terminate in such a way that, okay, in such a way that if my C1 is not equals to R2, okay, if after entering the values of R1, R1, R2, C1 and C2, If my condition C1 is double equal to R2 does not match, should I read my elements into the array first of all?
No.
Is there any necessity? No, right? So how can you make your program in such a way that when the user enters, as soon as the user enters, different values for C1 and R2, okay, your program has to terminate. No more execution is needed. Why? Because, for example, yeah, why? Because, for example, I will run this particular program, useless, right? 1 minute, where is that db this C++? Yeah, at the last. For example, I'll execute the same program in such a way that I'll say 1 2 3 and what 4. Okay, you already know that the value of C1 is not equal to what? R2. Should we like really consider in such a way that, okay, you have to enter the values into what? Matrix A and matrix B, and your matrix multiplication has to be what performed and give the result. Should we do that?
No, sir.
No, right? Why? Because useless. Okay, when we know the values of C1 and R2 are not equal, and you already know that matrix multiplication is not possible, your program has to stop that particular at that particular point. How can you make that one?
By adding an if statement.
What modification? Where?
For at the
Where should
after
I add?
initialization, after entering C1, R1
Ah,
and C2, R2, scanning of the elements. If C1 is
yeah.
equal to R2,
Very good. If C1 equals to what? R2, then
then all
only
this should
what we are going to
execute.
do. Very good. Okay, from here it has to execute. Okay, it has to execute till what? Printing of your matrix as well. Okay, this is all in the if statement. This is all in the if statement. Okay, so for example, if the condition of this particular thing fails, what is that condition? If C1 is
Else
not
syntax
equals
error.
to, if C1 is not equals to what? R2. Very good. Else, what you are
Syntax
going to do? Okay, put a else block. Put a else block, and you are going to print a statement saying that, okay, printf. What you are going to do?
Syntax error.
Okay, matrix. No, not syntax error. Matrix
Matrix doesn't exist.
multiplication. Yeah, multiplication can't be performed. Okay, performed as, okay, C1 is not equals to, okay, R2. Okay, or whatever message you want to drop it. Okay, you can drop in the else block. You can drop in the else block. Okay, got the point? Yeah, let us see whether it is executing or not. What we have to do, R1 and R2, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so why is it is again it is coming? It is asking you to enter the elements, right? That's wrong, right?
Line of order or something, sir.
And yeah, just tell me, I didn't compile, I suppose. Again we'll run it. 1 2 3 4. Okay, I did not compile it again, so you got your result. Okay, matrix multiplication can be performed as C1 is not equals to R2. Okay, so your program should not execute if that particular constraint, okay, is not met. Okay, so that is what your matrix multiplication. Okay, this is your code logic. Okay, when you say matrix multiplication, don't think that your program is this much lengthy. What is the core logic of the program? From line number 33 to what? 44. Okay, from line number what? 33 to what? 44. Okay, that is what your core logic of your program. Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Any doubts regarding that?
No, sir.
Yeah, right. Shall we carry on to the next problem statement? Shall we carry on to the next problem statement?
Yes, sir.
I take it that one as an yes. Okay. So next problem statement is regarding printing a symmetric matrix. What is a symmetric matrix?
A transpose is equal to A.
equal to A.
The transpose of the matrix is equal
Yes.
to the
Given matrix. So otherwise, one more problem statement is there. You will need to find whether, okay, two matrices are equal or not. Okay, whether two matrices are equal or not. How do you find whether two matrices are equal or not?
By
That is
comparing both.
so if is the whatever that element that is there in what matrix A is matched with the elements that are there in B, then we are going to consider it is what matrix equal or not. Okay, do I need to talk about that particular program, or you can do on your own? Why? Because if you don't know this one, then you cannot come to this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you do that particular program? Can you do that particular program? Yes, no,
Yes, sir.
yeah, fine. Okay, next we have what? Symmetric matrix. What do you mean by symmetric matrix?
If a transpose of a matrix is equal to the given matrix, then it is
Yeah,
symmetrical.
if A transpose is equal to what? Okay, transpose, then it is going to what? Going to be what? Symmetrical, right? So when you say symmetrical matrix, first we have to find the A transpose, okay? And you are going to compare with the normal matrix A, okay? Then if both are equal, it is what? Symmetric matrix. You already know how to you already know how to perform the transpose of a matrix. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Next, we'll talk about normal and trace of a matrix. So, what is normal and trace of a matrix?
the sum of the
What
diagonal elements
is
is called as trace.
the sum of the diagonal elements? Very good. And trace normal. What do you call as normal? What is normal of a matrix? What do you mean by normal of a matrix? Okay, fine. How can you find the trace of a matrix? Can someone share the screen and tell me? Just write a program to find the trace of a matrix.
Sum of diagonal elements
Sum of diagonal elements
is trace.
is trace.
Column.
Okay. Uh, can you write that program?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing the screen. Please go in and try the program. I'll help you out. Don't worry.
Should I share screen and try out, sir?
Ah.
Okay, okay.
Just copy this code. I'll be posting regarding what reading the elements into an array. Okay, diagonal elements. Don't waste time. This code is to what? Print or read the array elements. Okay. After this one, you may do it. Can I start presenting it? Okay, fine. That's great. Yes, great. Um, uh, your program is not being visible, ma. Bhanu.
Uh, oh, oh.
Are you,
కనిపించలేదు.
are you presenting? Are you doing it in your? Okay, fine. I have to cancel my presentation, I suppose. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, now it is visible. A of 0, 0 plus A of 1, 1 plus A of 2, 2. Good. Okay. Uh,
Is the logic correct, sir?
if I equal to j, trace is equal to trace plus A of j. Perfect. So that is what your trace of a matrix is.
Sir,
Okay.
initially trace equal
Normal
to
of a
0.
matrix. Yeah, done. Yes, done already.
Yes.
At the starting line, he has already done it. Good. Good observations. Okay, so you're going to print a trace. Okay, you're going to print a trace, right? Now, a normal of a matrix. Okay, I have asked this question in so many classes, but they did not give me the answer. Actually, normal of a matrix is the sum of the square roots of each element in the array. Okay, I'll write it down here in the chat box. Okay, normal of a matrix. Okay, normal cheyadaniki I think you have another method in your mathematics, but when you consider here, normal of a matrix is what? The sum of square. Okay, the sum of, okay, it is what the square root, sorry, it is what the square root of, okay, sum of, okay, sum of squares of each element in the array. I have 10 elements from 1 to 10. So what is the normal of a matrix? Sorry, if I have 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is normal of a matrix? Is Yeah, sorry, I had a network issue. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, what is this particular normal of a matrix? I'll go to the next one. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, what is normal of a matrix? Okay. You add 1 square. Okay.
The
Sum of
root
all
36.
squares. Yeah. 3 square plus 4 square. Okay. And you perform the square root for that one. That is what normal of a matrix. That is what normal of a matrix, right? So you already know what is the thing that Banu has to improve in this code. Trace you already found out. What is the addition that you had to do? Banu, you may share your screen and do the program also.
Okay, sir.
So I hope you understood what is normal of a matrix.
Sir, here removing this first statement, we can get answer now, sir.
No, you have to do. You have to find both the answers in one program only. How would you do it?
Actually, I didn't understand the logic of what is normal of a matrix.
I told na. Okay. So if you have four elements in the array, say 1, 2, 3, 4. First you have to perform the square of all the elements in the array and sum it. Okay, it is what one square plus 2 square. Okay, let me present the screen.
Okay. This stop screen, sharing screen, sir.
Now please stop it.
Oh,
What is that? Okay. Um, okay, it's 1, 2. If your elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if your elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is normal of a matrix? It is the square root of all the elements squares. So what will be the answer? This is 16 plus 3, 3 is 9 plus 4 plus what 1. Okay, which is what 20, 29, 30. Square root of 30 will be what your answer. Okay, how would you do that? Did you get the logic?
yes, sir.
Harishwar, you're right. Root 30. Hmm. Now, how do you incorporate? I'll stop presenting it. Okay, you go ahead with your program. What is the inclusion that you have to do it? Take two sums. Okay, one for what normal and one for what trace. If I equal to trace, some trace. Yeah, you have already done, right? Open that one. I'll tell you, ma. Open your program, Hanu. Glad that some people are responding. I don't know what about the others. I think they're sleeping or they're playing. And till 2:30, the strength was just 49. Okay, and after that one, it has increased to 55. So cheap of you guys. Just for attendance sake, you're just attending it. Yes, ma. Sum equals to, yeah, you put sum equal to 0, sum equals to a of I. Put that one, okay, if, 1 minute, 1 minute. Put that one, no hurry. It's no Banu.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Sum equals to sum plus a of j, leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, sum plus a of j. That particular statement will come, okay, where if I equal to j, okay, if I equal to j, on the top
In
of
I
it,
equal to equal to,
uh, put
okay,
a
sorry.
condition. No, that should be there
That
above
should
it.
be there if statement, no, sir.
Yes. Why do you want to remove? You can just add a line up, right? మళ్ళీ కొడతావా నువ్వు?
లేదు సార్ కట్ చేశారు.
Okay. Good. Okay, right. Now that is for what? Trace of matrix. Before that one, what you are going to do? Okay, if I equal to j, okay, you are going to say that one. Okay, before that one, before that, if we'll use the same loop to perform the normal also. Okay, taken another variable sum1, taken another variable sum1 and initialize to 1, okay, and initialize to what? Very good. Okay, 0 0 0, initialize it to what? 0, the same thing. Now before, if I equal to j, what you are going to do? You are going to calculate the sum of all elements, sum of squares of all elements. Okay, sum equal 1 equals to, okay, sum a of ij squares, right? A of ij, no,
Wait, sir, someone equal to
a of ij. First, you are going to find the sum of all squares, right? Squares of all the elements. A of ij into a of ij.
okay.
A of ij. You have to find the square of all elements, right?
Ah. Okay.
Okay. So, right, a of ij into a of ij. బద్ధకం చల్లకుండా. Right. So, like, it has to be what? Sum, right? So, what you have to do? Sum1 equals to sum1 plus sum1 plus come అక్కడ కాదు, in the top statement itself. Okay, sum1 equals to sum1 plus a of ij into a of ij.
Okay.
Sum of squares, right, of all the number. Sum1 plus, okay, a of ij into a of ij, right? Now after the for loop, now you already have what? Sum of squares you have already this particular trace. Okay, so after the ith loop that is being ended, printf, you said like trace is percentile d. Instead of you using the variable trace, you have changed it to what? Sum.
Sum.
Okay, yeah, sum, right? Now you are going to calculate what? The normal. You already have the sum of all the squares of the elements. Okay, now what you are going to do? You are going to
Square root of
very good, square root of, excellent. Okay, square root of what?
someone is equal to
Someone equals to, very good, square root of
someone.
very good, someone. And we are going to print out the what? Sum. We are using the sqrt function. What should you include? You already included math. Very good. Okay.
So why are we checking if I is equal to j?
So that is what
Yes,
you
came
are,
down to
Trace.
what is trace of a matrix, ma?
Oh, so you're doing both in the same.
Oh, you're
program.
doing
Okay.
both in one.
Both in
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Like, why should we use two different loops for till that, right? Good. right? Trace is what? Normal is right. Go ahead and execute, ma. Go ahead and execute, Bhanu.
Number of elements. Is it 7? Normally 7.
Hmm. Okay. Put it in the next line. Normal one in the next line.
Nine.
Yeah, trace is 9. No, trace is 9 normal. Is that right? Is that right? Check. Check the output.
16, 24.
So square root can be in float also, right?
Yeah, square root can be in float also. So you have to declare that one in float.
Not
Yes.
float.
Declaration though you are doing the typecasting, huh?
Panjaya, sir.
No, you shouldn't do that. You're doing the declaration, right? Declaration itself float. Okay, what you are doing is right typecasting space. Okay, right. Percentile F there. Hmm.
And 11. But float value not coming, sir.
Check the output first. Check the logic. Did we go wrong somewhere? Hmm. Uh, I'm not getting a full screen of yours. Where did I do the mistake?
Came, sir.
Came. Okay, good. Done right?
Okay.
Right. Good. Okay. One more important thing is that your NPTEL registrations. Okay, I'll share the. Please switch off your screen sharing. Do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is your status regarding your NPTEL registrations. Only 54 students have been registered. I don't know what about others. So who are the students
Sir,
that are there? Yes,
sir, 33.
1 minute. Rule number 2 has not registered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 has not registered. 11, 12, 13 has not registered. 14 has not registered. Sorry, 14 registered. 15 has not registered. 16, 17 has not registered. 18, 19, 20, 21 has not registered. 22, 23, 24.
Sir, I've registered long back, sir.
Give me the
Sir,
screenshot.
I2, rule number 15.
Okay, please put the same screenshot. Yesterday I filled up that particular form, right? Given you some form. Please do fill in your details in that one.
Okay, sir, cool.
Okay, that is what I was asking you yesterday. 23.
Okay, sir. I thought you were asking us just to register, but I did it long back.
Yeah, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 has not registered. Vivek Hemendra bhai.
డన్ అయిపోయింది సార్, అయిపోయింది
మరి
అయిపోయింది చేసిన సార్.
మరి ఎందుకు ఫామ్ ఎందుకు ఫిల్అప్ చేయలే? 45,
ఫామ్ చేస్తా సార్, ఇప్పుడు
46,
చేస్తా.
47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57 also is not registered.
Sir, 50 I have registered, sir, long back, and I even got the mail also.
You have got the mail, so what? Fill the form that I have just sent yesterday, so that the data will be there. And not only registering, week 0 and week 1 assignments are already there in NPTEL. You have to. One more important thing is that use your college domain ID for registering into that one. Then only your details will be with the college. If you have registered by using your personal email ID, go back again, use your college domain ID, and please register. Okay, this has to be happened 90, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 64, and 65. Good. Okay, so 1 minute. If I click on this one, okay, fine. It is like other thing, right? Yeah, fine. Anyways, okay, so the point here is if I don't get these registrations done, I think I have not given you attendance for the last 3 days. What would I do? I would just give absent. I'll mark you as absent for the 3 days. Okay, this has to be done by today. If someone have already done that one, okay, fill in the form and acknowledge me so that I'll remove the number. Okay. Strictly speaking, and week 0 and week 1 solutions.
Sir, I have done, sir. Remove my number.
Okay.
Already week 0 assignment also submitted.
Good. Week 1.
So week 1, I'll do it, sir. Till September 10th, the time is there.
September 10th it is there. Week 1.
Not September, August 10th.
August 10th it is
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yes.
Very good, very good. But yes, yeah, please fill in that particular form. Automatically your number will be appearing there, and also acknowledge me. Why? Because that particular form is being sent to others. Okay, your registration details. That is why I need your details in that particular form.
Okay, sir.
And also one more thing is that please use your college domain ID for registrations and evaluating. Only if you use your college domain ID, then only your details will be available with our college NPTEL team. Then only it will be counted. Okay, right? If you have not done so, please use your college domain ID again and also register in that particular course. Right? Fine. Your attendance is taken. Bye. You may leave now.